How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
How are you?
Good. I can't complain.
Aaron Moore had said you've been having the best camp he's seen of you so far. Would you agree with that assessment?
I don't know. If he said, then it must be true.
He said the next step for you is not leaving plays on the field, and that you look back and you saw plays on the field. What goes into that? What goes into taking that next step?
Just doing the routine things. The plays that I left on the field, it was routine things that I wasn't doing. So making sure that I'm constantly doing the routine things to capitalize on every play.
Are there any parts of your game you felt you needed to improve from last year to this year?
Say it again.
Are there any parts of your game you felt you needed to improve from last year to this year?
Well, you always want to improve your football IQ. That's something that you can always grow on. So I would say that just continue to grow on that. It might be situations that we have this year that we didn't run into last year. So situational football IQ.
During your practice, how do you gauge your own success, like based on the play you put on the field?
At the end of the day, it comes down to all living, but making sure that I do my job. If I'm open and the ball doesn't come to me, for me that's a plus, because at the end of the day, I still did my job. I was open. So just going out there, making sure that I'm putting the right things on tape, making sure that I'm doing the things I need to do and being the places I need to be.
One of the things AJ said was nobody's been able to cover you so far. How dangerous do you see you and AJ being this year? I mean, now that you're in your third year together with him.
I think as the years go on, it's only going to get better. Every off season we come in with something new. Just learning from each other, talking throughout the off season and things like that. Going out here to practice things that we see. So I think it's always room for improvement, because every year you're going to find something new that you want to put in the toolbox.
What have you thought about Johnny Wilson so far?
He's a big guy. Has a huge catch radius, and he's young, but he's learning fast. And I think at being an older guy now, just trying to bring him along, bring everybody along, all the young guys, Anais, all those guys, bringing them along, and trying to show them the right way to do things.
Against them every day. What do you make of this new defense?
A lot of different looks. A lot of different guys. Seem like every play you got somebody different in front of you. So it's a good problem to have all those guys rotating, have a lot of guys playing different positions. I always tell the guys in the room, the more you can do, the more interchangeable you are, the better.
Did you?
So today was the first day I actually went against him, and I got open, I caught the ball, and he told me my route was trash. So I'm like, I like it though. I like it. He's a great guy. I like what I'm seeing. I like to see him. He's moving around a lot, playing inside, going outside. So the versatility is there, but it's fun playing against him.
What was your say back to him when he said your route was trash?
I just laughed.
Did you think CJ was going to make that shot to get you guys out of the meeting?
Honestly, no, I didn't.
What was your reaction to it?
I was happy. Didn't have to go to a team meeting. I mean, we still went to meetings, but it was one less meeting.
How's CJ's trash talk to you been? I know he's been talking.
Honestly, I don't hear much trash talk when I'm out there. I kind of heard Q because he was walking, bumping me on side of me, so I had no choice but to hear him.
When we spoke to Avante the other day, he said that he's getting used to seeing you in the slot a little bit more. I guess for you, and not like you haven't played there before, but I guess what for you changes mentally, kind of when you're in that position versus when you're lining up on the outside.
It's a lot different. I've been in the slot at times, but the more I'm in there now, it's a lot different. You get a lot of different looks and things like that, a lot of different leverages. It's way more traffic than being on the outside. You got to run through the linebackers, through the nickels, through the safeties. So it's a lot more traffic, but it's fun. Definitely going against him every day. Iron sharpen iron.
In terms of the guys that you do go up against a lot, how are Keely and Isaiah different?
I would say Isaiah is more instinctive. He's a fast guy. He's going to pick up on the little things you do. You turn early in a route, he's going to pick up on it. Versus Keely, he's a more physical guy. Both are very fast guys. So you have to, run out of your routes and things like that because they cover ground really fast. But Keely's more a physical guy.
How interested are you to see that whole secondary cornerback thing play out just the entire preseason and training camp? How eager are you to see how that's all going to play out?
It's gonna be fun. Like I said, a lot of different guys. I think you can you can throw a lot of people off when you're throwing different guys out there. Because as you go on in the game and you're going against the same guy, you kind of, pick up on what they're doing and things like that. But if you're throwing different guys at people, it's kind of hard as a receiver to gauge on, what you're doing, who you're going against, and things like that.
All right, thanks, guys.
How we doing?
Yeah.
Doing good.
So, like, how much more comfortable do you feel like in the defense, like, as compared to when you were a rookie last year going through your first training camp?
I think a lot more. We have Coach Hurt. Coach Hurt was a defensive coordinator. To have that type of mind in that room, I think is like a big deal.
How many differences are there with Jake and Clint versus where you were last year in this particular?
I think he just demands a lot from his DTs. I think we have to understand the game a lot, and I think he puts guys in really great positions to have success, right? You think about just the year that Wilkins had last year, you know what I mean, and how that has elevated him. You think about Sizzler, right? They put a lot of value on their defensive linemen being able to do a lot.
What's the biggest thing you learned from your rookie year, transition this year?
Football is violent, and I think you have to set the tone. And any great football defensive lineman has to have some level of like power and violence to his game.
How does that manifest itself? Like, is there an awakening at some point where you say, "Wow, this is a level that I'm"?
I don't know if you talk to a lot of guys and you talk about like the transition that they've made to like that next stage, right? Like a lot of O-line, D-line, I think they have to have that like realization of like you're trying to, these are grown men you're going versus, and they're trying to run through your face, so you have to be able to, run through their face too. It's a mindset, mentality.
Moro, who are the guys behind the scenes during your rookie year and as you prepare for your second year that helped get you ready for this spot?
Yeah, there's a guy by the name Patrick McDowell. I think he is essential to this organization. I think even like Tracy Rocker, was pivotal in like showing like the violence that you needed to play this game in. And Coach Hurt, I think that it's just Coach Hurt's ability to be a defensive coordinator, to have a defensive coordinator being your position coach, opens the playbook, right? You can see formations. He gives you like the tips to be a faster defensive lineman.
You mentioned
Getting that violence type of thing from watching like Jalen Carter, like seeing what he does.
I think Jalen is a brilliant football player. I think that Jalen Carter has tremendous football IQ. Whether it's set someone up with power here, and then I go to like quickness, or he sees the lean of the offensive lineman. Jalen Carter has some of the best football IQ I've been around.
When you, and it's been a while now, but when you see Fletch has retired,
yeah,
and you guys do you personalize that in terms of what it could mean for you in terms of getting on the field?
Yeah, I think I demand a lot of myself, and I think I'm humble and hungry, and I want to show this coaching staff that, I can be great and just keep working hard.
How is the room just different without him there, Fletcher?
I think that we've had to, we're a younger group, and I think that we have to lean on each other a little bit and grow with each other. Fletch kind of took that leadership role as a whole, and it was just on him. Now I think it's kind of spread out between everyone we have.
Are there advantages to being that younger group, growing together all at once?
Yeah, 100%. I think that the advantages of being like a younger group and growing all at once is like the level of like competition that we have as a group, and the level of like, they know if they're not on their game, I'm gonna be on my game, and I know if I'm not on my game, they're gonna be on their game. So it's iron sharpening iron.
All right, thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.
Me and Lane, like that.
CJ, were you hustling Nick with the shot at the team meeting?
Say it again?
Were you hustling Nick with the shot?
To be honest with you, I was minding my business when he challenged me, to be honest with you, if I'm going to tell you the truth.
He said you weren't making any, and all of a sudden you stepped up and he banged.
That's like, we get an analogy, right? That's like LeBron going cold first 3 quarters, and then LeBron thought the game winning shot. That's how I felt. Game 7, I'm taking it home for the team.
CJ, 2 years ago, you were traded right before.
I ain't talking about that. We're not talking about no trade.
Different. It's different though that you weren't here. What's it like being here for camp for the first time?
All right, there you go. I'm not talking. All right, let's address this. I'm not talking about nothing in the past, about no trades, no previous. There's nothing about what's going on now. Ain't simple. But right now, I feel like our team getting better. I'm not worried about what happened last year. It's a new team, new year, new roster, new yearbook. So we just worry about focus on getting better day by day and just understanding who we are. So we go out there and compete and go out there for our main goal. That's compete for a Super Bowl.
Phil James Bradbury's acronym.
I'm not answering that question. Next.
You had a play, I guess against the three. McKee threw a pass, and you left the field mad. What was going on there? Were you just not happy with yourself, or?
To be honest with you, when you want to get better, every little thing, techniques, everything bothers you when something goes wrong on a certain rep. So for me right now, as being an older guy, everything that I feel like gets thrown off in any little way, I'm gonna get pissed at myself. And that's not because I'm mad, it's just because I want to get better and become the next best safety and help my teammates be the next best person they can be. So me getting mad at myself is just a sign of me pushing myself to go harder.
Circling back to the shot, are you the kind of guy who wants the ball in your hands there?
Should I play defense, bro? So I kind of do want the ball in my hand, but if we had to play basketball and we had to break the teams down, I'll be starting point guard for the defense, and I'm dropping 30 on offense.
What do you like about the scheme that you're placing?
To be honest with you, I like the scheme because everybody involved. Not everybody's singled out, if that makes sense. Everybody get a chance to make a play on the ball. Everybody understands their role, and I feel like what Vic has for us is meant for us to understand. Like, he's been around longer than a lot of DCs, so his system actually works. Seen it with San Fran years ago, the Bears. So we just, some championships wasn't brought, but we just look at the guys that had success in those defenses. So from the front to the back, we want to understand the scheme and just continue to get better and win football games with it because we know it's at stake for us.
Howie spoke about you bringing that personality to the defense. How do you go about doing that?
I'm a winner. I think y'all okay, let's understand this. Everybody understand I'm a winner. Regardless of what you can pull up stat-wise or rating-wise, I'm always on the winning side of football. I don't think, regardless if I'm in an NFC championship or playoff game or division championship game, if you look at the course of my career, I'm gonna bring the winning attitude. I think, and my teammates, they understand that. I don't settle for less. If we can't win, then what we're here for.
Has anybody said to you they miss you? Everybody talks about it.
Everybody, but
how do they express it?
To be honest with you, don't express it to me. Just show me. I don't need no fuel to fire about people saying they missing me because it's all smoke and mirrors. I miss football. I miss playing with the right people. I miss hanging with the right guys. So I feel like I miss the team more than the team miss me because I feel like the camaraderie is back, if that makes sense.
What is it about this organization that allows you to be you?
Excuse my language, but no filter. I don't care how y'all feel. I don't care how you feel. I don't care how you feel. I don't care how you feel. I'm here to win, hold my teammates accountable, hold myself accountable. Like, I get dawned on for saying little things, and if y'all wasn't hating at me, I ain't doing my job. So I'm glad that I got a lot of hate and a lot of critics, if that makes sense.
The winning personality, is it a matter of what happens when you play? Because, Nick talked about the last hit you had in an Eagles uniform. Or is it kind of the way you carry yourself in practice and in the locker room? I guess, how do you convey that to the team?
I said the way I play football. Like, y'all, think about it. Y'all admire guys that was just like me 10 years ago. Ed Reed, Sean Taylor, Ray Lewis, Dominican Sue. The list goes on of players who was feisty, passionate, and didn't take no shit. Excuse my language, but it's like, that's me. I'm here to get better every day. I hold my teammates accountable. I hold myself accountable. I'm not yelling at nobody when I'm on the field yelling. I'm yelling because we got to get better. I'm not upset because I didn't get intercepted. I'm upset because we didn't do our job to stop the play. You got to understand, like, The same media and the same people that look up to me and try to put these narratives around me are the same people that looked up to the guys that had the same passion I had 15, 20 years ago.
I imagine that playing that way in the spotlight in college and in the NFL, you kind of have to accept that for yourself. At what point did you kind of go through that and realize I'm okay with this?
Yeah, with you. I've been okay with when I told y'all was obnoxious. Truthfully, I've been okay with when y'all told me I couldn't be a good safety. I was okay with when y'all told me I couldn't go to Detroit and take them back to where they was. They never been somewhere. I played 2 games. I played 1 game with a broken arm. So you put me in the box and you tell me how I last against other safeties and other people in this league, and I'll let you describe it.
CJ, you're very vocal out in practice. How do you think that helps the offense, Jalen? You're not afraid to talk to them when you guys.
Because when it's week 7 against Dallas, Michael Parsons gonna go out there yelling at you. When it's week 1, Xavier McKinney's gonna be in the deep half yelling at AJ. When it's Super Bowl, who knows on the other side yelling at the whole offensive line? I'm just resembling the same shit that you would see on the field, in practice, in the meeting room, off the field, and on the field. I'm not gonna change. Y'all want me to be this. But put winner behind my name, and competitor and a passionate player before you say anything else. Love y'all.